One of the most interesting debates in recent times, which always leads to extremely toxic and polarizing conversations over the internet, has been about the acting capabilities of Ranveer Singh and Ranbir Kapoor. Two actors who have always been thought of as carrying the baton forward after the stars of the 90s and the 2000s always had the general audiences divided amongst them as to who is more deserving of the two, who really has left a mark and left a solid impression in the audience's mind. Ranbir Kapoor, who comes from the regarded Kapoor family, has always had a certain section of people skeptical of him. I mean, he came from privilege, but how far can the privilege take him? After the debacle that was his first film, what really surprised me was how well he garnered a strong footing in the industry with films like Wake Up Sid and Rockstar. But when Ranveer Singh burst onto the screen in Manish Sharma's band Baaja Baraat a few years later, the perspective changed. Although the sheer talent of both the stars cannot be denied, but the debate itself has been very intense about who really has the potential of being a great movie star. Not to sound biased, I admire both the actors for the individualistic value and voice they bring to their respective characters. I am in no way biased about either of the two, and with that out of the way, let's dive in. Today, we are going to look at different genres of films over the now decade long careers of both the actors and see for ourselves who is the better actor, Ranveer Singh or Ranbir Kapoor. They always say that being an actor is easy, but being a movie star is hard. To be a movie star, an actor always has to be on his toes all the time. In an industry like Bollywood, the most important job for any actor is to keep an audience interested. But to keep them hooked while also keeping them interested is not every actor's cup of tea. Ranveer and Ranbir both have done comedy films over their decade long career, but if I were to choose between either of them, my choice would be Ranveer Singh. Ranbir for me has always stuck out like a sore thumb in a conventional comedy film, while on the other hand, someone like Ranveer Singh can easily sweep into a comedic character like Bittu Sharma and effortlessly carry the film just with his sheer comedic prowess. Ranbir, I feel, has always had a better hand at slice of life films, films where the emotional content has always seemed to be more persistent than the comedic moments. For instance, he's really engineered that form of comedy in Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, where Bunny became an instant audience favorite. He kept the emotional core, but the comedic energy, as opposed to say Singh in Band Baja Bharat, was much more diluted down. A genre I feel is a make or break for any actor, irrespective of what their background has been, is the genre of drama. A genre where an actor has to not only teleport himself but also the audience. A genre where the actor has to make the audience believe of the inner turmoil, the inner struggle, and the suffocation of their characters. A genre where subtlety and exaggeration rarely go hand in hand. Both the actors have really aced this genre over the years. Ranbir Kapoor, on one hand, gave a mesmerizing but equally heartbreaking turn as Jordan in Imtiaz Ali's cult classic Rockstar, where he played a young, naive college student and his subsequent rise to becoming one of the most notorious musicians in the country. The performance was one for the ages. Even after almost a decade since its release, something like Tamasha still blows my mind. So raw, so real, and so incredibly effective. Ranbir in this Imtiaz Ali film played a bipolar man who has to deal with all the different expectations society has set for him. Ranbir really aced every scene. But somebody like Ranveer Singh started on a different legging with just rom-coms in the initial phase of his career. But what caught everyone's attention was his turn in 2013's Lutera, which is based on O. Henry's Last Leaf. Although the film is Paki's story, but Ranveer's conflict between love and loss always stood out for me. In Zoya Akhtar's critically acclaimed 2019 film Gully Boy, Singh plays a street rapper Murad, whose only dream is to become a respected artist. Ranveer keeps the performance subtle, more grounded, but leaves a strong mark nonetheless. It's safe to say that drama has always been a strong suit for both the actors. A genre which rarely gets any respect is the mass entertainment or mass pot boilers genre. A genre which quite literally represents movies which are massive on scale and high on entertainment, action, and drama. I also feel that this is probably the toughest genre to ace from an acting point of view. Over the years, both Ranveer and Ranbir have made pot boilers with different outcomes. Ranveer's 2013 film Besharam and his recent 2022 film Shamshera can be both described as typical mass pot boilers, high on emotions, actions, and scale. But both the films have failed spectacularly, and if I were to be completely honest, Besharam still feels like the most underwhelming Ranbir Kapoor performance. While on the other hand, Ranveer Singh's turn as the courageous and valorous cop in Rohit Shetty's Simba was universally applauded. But his recent release, Circus, was a debacle from both an acting and writing standpoint of view. I think this genre also depends heavily on writing, and Ranveer's ability to take the most ridiculous line and turn it into something completely hilarious is something that always works wonders for any actor in this genre. Ranveer Singh definitely has a strong footing in this genre. Both the actors over the years have collaborated with some incredible directors, producing some unforgettable films. Ranveer Singh and his collaboration with Sanjay Leela Bhansali has resulted in some of the actor's most revered films with the likes of Bajirao Mastani and Padmavat. Ranveer Singh in Bajirao Mastani playing the emperor on the verge of death is such a heartbreaking portrayal, while his turn as the villain in Padmavat is one for the ages. He terrifies everyone whenever he shows up on screen. While Singh has a great talent for portraying period emperors, Ranbir, on the other hand, has always had a keen talent for portraying differently able characters. He plays a deaf and mute man in Anurag Basu's Barfi with the same sincerity as, say, the man with the stutter problem in Jaga Jasoos. Ranbir also lent a great voice to real life actor Sanjay Dutt in his biopic Sanju. Although everybody was skeptical of how Ranveer would fare, but everyone was pleasantly surprised by how much gravitas and sincerity he brought to the character. Although I don't agree with a lot in the film, especially the politics of the whole thing, Ranbir Kapoor as Sanjay Dutt was a performance for the ages. Ranveer Singh, on the other hand, has portrayed Kapil Dev in the 2021 Debacle 83. The financial failure of the film aside, Ranveer embodied every single manner and trait of the cricketer, with at times making it hard for the people to differentiate between the actor and the real life athlete. In conclusion, I just have to say that both the actors are extremely talented and gifted, and when two people as talented as them are working in the same industry, contentions are always going to arise and comparisons are always going to be made. But when we can all rise above this point of contention and see how two great artists have made a name for themselves in this business, and how both of them are now hugely accomplished and celebrated individuals, irrespective of the background they come from, then maybe we can celebrate the journey and the artistry rather than what the media or the people on the internet writes about them. Hopefully, we can celebrate and entertain the artistry more than the juicy headline. And that's it for the video, everyone. Comment down below your honest thoughts about the comparison and who do you think edges above the other person. Also, please support the channel by clicking the like button and subscribing to the channel. It goes a long way. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.